in this segment or not. Hi all, we get a lot of questions of various kinds. Of course, I got some questions specifically around career progression, and I was trying to address as many as I could, but here are the quick updates that I can share with you. So, what should the ideal career progression be, and how do I stake my goals? Well, that's totally up to you. You know, uh, how you want to grow is always in your control. That's my personal belief. You might hold a different thought. The trend, as I watch it, is around doing something that you got to do. I mean, trying it out, as you say, casually. Try your hands at it, and see if it works. If there is a career that lies ahead, then so be it. I'm strictly against that concept, and I'll tell you why. It's highly counterproductive for the society at large. There are two aspects to it. One, you are doing something that you're not good at, which means you will not end up making the most of it, of the opportunity. Second, you're holding someone from doing something that he probably was good at. So obviously you took a job, somebody else was supposed to take it. Now that you have taken it, that person would not get to do it. So eventually that job will not reach its appropriate level of precision ever, because somebody else is doing it and spoiling it more than adding value to it. So is it productive or counterproductive? In my view, it is highly counterproductive. What is the measure to resolve this? Well, first off, be sure of what you want to do. Is it, for someone like me, learning every day is a mandate as far as the job is concerned. Implementation of my learning in the immediate future is another goal. So if I don't get to do these two things, my job is futile. I mean, not that I don't need a job for sustenance, I would. Not that I would not make an effort to hold on to it, I probably would. But I would not have any calling within me to continue with that job. Probably I'm holding someone else away from it, surely in this selfish motive of sustaining this job somehow. That somehow word does not suit the context. If you really are an achiever, you would have clear goals, you would have clear definition of how you want to accomplish your goals, and these goals are not monetary, mind you. These are not about what car you want to drive in 5 years from now. I know a lot of people end up asking these questions in your rounds of interview as you appear for jobs here and there. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Well, I've never been able to coin a good response to that question. I say that I am not even sure if I would react according to how the situation shows up in the immediate future. That's how I'm designed. And in my view, that's how human beings should be. We react according to situations. Isn't that how it is? So why is it that we want to counsel everybody for a stable, steady thought process when that is non-existent in the dynamic world that we live in? Things change. So accordingly, you have to be flexible. So that flexible word is probably overused and hence does not appeal anymore. Well, the essence states that you have to transform yourself according to the immediate situation at hand. If you're doing this, so long as you're doing that, it's good. It means that you're evolving, you're learning, you're developing, you're improving. If you're not able to do that, that's questionable. Then you're probably lying somewhere, and much like metal, it is going to undergo its own depreciation with time. It will rust. It will not fetch the value it used to one point in time. So unless you're evolving, especially in thought, you're nothing but your brain, in my view. Strictly my view, you are the brain that you are. You think the way you do, you hold the skills that you do because your brain can propel different organs in your body and create the energy that enables you to do the things that you end up doing. Other brains cannot do exactly what you do the way you do it. They probably are good at something else. So it is very significant to be friends with your own mind, be able to grab control over how to finish a task well within your bounds of ability, and not really be an ape. Don't ape anybody, because you are not that person. You are you. That's the first rule to being successful. Again, my view. But if it works for it works for me all the time. It at least avoids unnecessary thoughts around why somebody is doing something or the other. I'm least interested mostly. I'm interested if somebody walks up to me for a suggestion, or what they should, like you folks write to me all the time. Apart from that, if it's about a comparative between lives, I'm no game to it, because the lives cannot be compared. People have their own unique sets of abilities, disabilities, circumstantial difficulties, boundaries, be it social, be it financial. How can you compare them? They are no competition to each other. The goal is sustenance. Sustenance on the planet, happy sustenance, in my view. You should be smiling for as much time as possible. Do you think it helps if somebody died? I've seen a lot of people cry at funerals. Do you think it's a productive exercise? It's not productive. It's emotional, and probably it rewards some chamber in your brain that you're doing justice to that death by shedding some more tears. But in my view, it's too late to do that. If you can save that death by rewinding the scene a bit beforehand and working towards sustenance of that life, that is far more productive than shedding your tears when everything is done with. So don't fall prey to all this emotional drama in life. Please start living, and hope I addressed your question. You are the master of your goals, please, and have a set standard. Think it hardly would take you 15 or 20 minutes to decide as to what you want to do immediately. You cannot have a lifetime goal. Anybody who has 20 goals, like I want this house, I want that, let's say you acquired all of that, is that forever? Is it guaranteed? So I don't know how these people address these questions inside their head. God and they know. It must be a conversation amid them. But if you want to have your clear goals, and you're somebody who's starting from the scratch, it's even more beautiful, because you have a fresh canvas to paint it with your own unique story. Do that, and don't always seek inspiration in the woods. It's an obscure it's an obscure proverb, but means a lot. Don't seek inspiration everywhere. You are the inspiration. You're the guy. You're the person through which you will end up achieving whatever you do. Whatever mess you create is you. It's significant to understand this. So eventually you will be left with yourself. You will have a lot of talk, you will have a lot of drama, happy drama, sad drama, but will it leave you with any meaning? No. The definition will come through you. Eventually you will be the one who will address your questions around what I did, why I did so, did it fulfill my real ambition, did I feel happy and fulfilled with whatever I ended up doing. Those questions will be the toughest to handle to yourself. Always focus on them. The more you focus on those questions, you can get away with all these outer emotions. Everybody is a self, right? So intelligent people actually first procure their own emotional satisfaction, then try to tell things to the world. So if you're in the intelligent lot, so be it. But if you're somebody who's playing beyond your boundaries, you have not taken care of your own things, but you're trying to keep others happy, it's a nascent step. It will yield nothing at the end of it, in my view. Again, so if there are some experts around the world who have a clear sight of what you will end up doing in 2025, I'm not that guy. God, you know better. God also does not know. God has better things to take care of. So please believe in your dreams and go for them. They might work, right? Do that.